Before we begin, I want to offer you a gentle reminder. Feeling young inside has very little to do with the number on your birthday cake, and everything to do with the way you care for your body, your mind, and your heart. Many of us, once we reach 60 or beyond, start to feel like we've aged too quickly, not because our spirit is old, but because stress, routines, pressure, and expectations have slowly covered the light within us. This video is not about turning back time, and it's not about pretending to be younger than you are. It's about rediscovering a sense of peace, energy, and warmth that has always lived inside you. A feeling of softness, a feeling of lightness, a feeling of being alive, present, and beautifully human. If this message resonates with you, stay with me. And as we begin this journey inward, I want to gently invite you back into your body. Your body is not just a vessel that carries your age. It's a home, a memory keeper, and one of the truest places where your inner youth still lives. At 60 and beyond, you don't need intense workouts or heavy routines. Your body isn't asking for punishment. It's asking for kindness, for softness, for movement that feels supportive rather than demanding. A simple 10-minute morning stretch can wake up muscles that have been quiet for too long. It lengthens your spine, opens your chest, and reminds your body that it is still capable, still strong, still here. A mindful 20-minute walk, even at a slow pace, can shift your energy more than you realize. When you walk with presence, your breath deepens, your shoulders relax, and your mind begins to settle into the rhythm of your steps. It becomes less of an exercise and more of a gentle conversation with yourself. And don't forget your joints, your knees, your hips, your back. They carry your history, your stories, your years of giving and loving. A few moments of gentle mobility, a light twist of the spine, or soft circles through the wrists and ankles can melt away stiffness and invite ease back into your day. Because movement is not about staying young on the outside. Movement is the language of vitality. Every time you move with intention, you remind your body that life is still flowing through you. You remind yourself that youthfulness is not lost. It simply needs space to emerge again. So take your time, move slowly, and let your body guide you back to the part of yourself that feels alive and quietly young, no matter what age you are. And as your body softens and opens, your mind naturally begins to follow, because a calm mind and a relaxed body always move together. They hold hands, they breathe in the same rhythm, they restore each other. Many of us don't realize how much our thoughts can age us from the inside. Not our years, not our wrinkles, but the weight we carry in our mind, the worries we hold on to, the stories we replay, the expectations we place on ourselves. A calm mind is one of the most powerful forms of youthfulness. Not loud youth, not energetic youth, but the quiet, steady kind that feels like peace settling into your heart. You don't need long meditation sessions or complicated practices. Just a few minutes a day, soft, gentle moments where you return to yourself. Start with your breath. Let it move slowly in and slowly out. Notice how your shoulders drop without being told. Notice how your mind loosens its grip on the things it was clinging to. Try giving yourself tiny pauses throughout the day. 1 minute between tasks, 1 moment before reacting, 1 breath before speaking. These small pauses create space, and in that space, your inner calm begins to bloom. And in the evening, let your mind settle the same way your body settles into bed. Turn off the noise, dim the lights, let the world get quiet. It's in this silence that your spirit remembers itself. Soft, present, steady, because calm is not weakness. Calm is clarity. Calm is strength. Calm is the kind of youthful energy that stays with you, no matter how many birthdays you've had. And when your mind becomes calm, your inner youth rises gently to the surface, like light breaking through clouds, warm and familiar, as if it had been waiting for you all along. And as your mind settles into stillness, you may start to notice another gentle truth. Your energy, your real inner energy, doesn't come from how fast you move or how much you do in a day. It comes from the way you nourish yourself, the way you treat your body with kindness from the inside out. At 60 and beyond, your body speaks to you more softly. It whispers instead of shouts. And one of the clearest ways it communicates is through the foods you choose, the habits you keep, and the compassion you show it every day. You don't need strict diets or complicated rules. Your body simply thrives on gentleness. A glass of water first thing in the morning, before the coffee, before the rush, can awaken your system in the most loving way. Hydration is like sunlight for your cells, a simple act that brings life back into every corner of you. Choose foods that make you feel light, steady, and supported. Colorful berries, warm greens, nourishing nuts, a drizzle of olive oil that feeds every cell with calm, and those healthy fats that keep your brain clear and your heart steady. These aren't just ingredients, they are quiet encouragements. Your body deeply understands, and when you reduce sugar, even just a little, you'll feel the shift, not as deprivation, but as clarity. Your energy becomes less up and down, and more steady, more you. Listen to your body as you eat. Notice what gives you warmth, what gives you focus, what gives you comfort without weighing you down. When you feed yourself with intention, you are choosing energy that comes from the inside, not from caffeine, not from rush, but from true nourishment. Because inner youth isn't loud. It doesn't need excitement or adrenaline. It grows quietly through the small choices you make, the meals that support you, the sips of water that refresh you, the gentle rhythms that your body responds to with gratitude. When you nourish yourself with love, your body glows from within, and the energy you feel isn't borrowed. It's yours, soft, steady, and deeply alive. And once your body feels supported and your energy begins to rise from within, there is another part of you that quietly awakens, the part that remembers joy, not the loud kind of joy, not the excitement that fades quickly, but the soft, steady joy that lives in the smallest moments, the kind that makes you feel young in a way nothing else can. Joy is one of the most powerful forms of inner youth. It lifts the spirit, softens the heart, and reminds you that life still holds little pockets of beauty. waiting to be noticed. You don't need big adventures or grand plans. Often, it's the simple things that light you up from the inside. A quiet morning with a warm cup of tea, the gentle act of watering your plants, the comfort of a good book resting in your hands, the sound of birds outside your window, soft, familiar, and calming. Let yourself enjoy these moments without rushing through them. Let them unfold slowly. Savor them the way you would savor sunlight on your skin. Try doing one small thing each day that brings you ease. Arranging fresh flowers, stirring a pot of soup, listening to a song you loved years ago, or simply sitting somewhere peaceful with nothing to do, except breathe. These small choices may seem ordinary, but they awaken something extraordinary. A spark, a softness, a sense of being gently alive, because joy doesn't just make life sweeter. Joy keeps you young, not in appearance, but in spirit. It lightens the weight you carry, lifts the corners of your day, and reminds you that happiness is still possible, still accessible, still yours. When you allow joy to enter your life in these tiny, tender ways, your heart opens, your spirit brightens, and your inner youth returns quietly, like a soft smile you almost forgot you had. And as joy begins to find its way back into your days, there's something else that quietly shapes how young you feel inside. The people around you, the hearts you share your time with, the energy you allow into your life, because no matter our age, we never stop needing tenderness, kindness, and connection. At 60 and beyond, relationships take on a new meaning. They become less about numbers, less about obligations, and more about warmth, presence, and feeling truly seen. Spend time with people who make your spirit feel light. The ones who listen with their full attention, who smile with their eyes, who speak to you with gentleness instead of judgment. It doesn't have to be a big circle. Even 1 or 2 loving connections can brighten your entire emotional world. Maybe it's an old friend you've grown comfortable with, a neighbor who always waves when you walk by, a sibling with whom conversations feel effortless, or even someone you met recently, but who brings a peaceful energy into your life. Cherish these people. Reach out to them. Share a cup of tea, a slow walk, a heartfelt message, or simply a few honest words that bridge the space between you. And just as importantly, give yourself permission to gently step away from people who drain your energy, who create tension in your body, or who make your mind feel heavy. Your well-being matters. Your peace matters. The relationships you tend to at this stage of life can either nurture your youthfulness or quietly dim it, because feeling young inside has so much to do with the connections that lift you, the ones that remind you that you're worthy of love, that you're worthy of joy, that you're worthy of being surrounded by sincerity, understanding, and kindness. A warm conversation, a shared laugh, a moment of eye contact that says, "I'm here with you." These are the small miracles that keep the heart young. So allow yourself to be supported, allow yourself to be loved, and allow your spirit to stay open to the gentle, healing presence of people who truly lift you up. And as you surround yourself with gentle, uplifting connections, There is one more relationship that matters just as much: the relationship you have with yourself. At this stage of life, authenticity becomes a kind of freedom, a soft, beautiful freedom that blossoms when you stop trying to be who you used to be and start embracing who you truly are now. There is something incredibly youthful about living without pretense, without pressure, without the need to prove anything. You don't have to look like you did at 40. You don't have to move like you did at 30. You don't have to keep up with the world or match anyone else's pace. Your worth is not measured by appearance or productivity or how much you accomplish in a day. It lives in your heart, in your softness, in your wisdom, in your presence. When you allow yourself to show up as you are, with your laugh lines, your stories, your quiet strength, you glow in a way that no makeup, no routine, and no miracle product could ever imitate. Authenticity is the kind of beauty that only grows richer with age. It softens your voice, brightens your smile, and brings a calm confidence that feels like coming home to yourself. Try giving yourself permission to let go of the expectations that no longer serve you, the need to look perfect, to be perfect, to please everyone, to hold everything together. You don't need that armor anymore. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to breathe. You are allowed to bloom in your own way, in your own rhythm. When you embrace who you are today, fully, honestly, gently, something magical happens. Your inner youth awakens, not the youthful image the world talks about, but the youthful spirit that comes from being real, being free, being authentically you. Because authenticity gives your spirit a natural glow, the kind of glow that radiates from the heart, that makes you feel quietly beautiful and deeply, unmistakably alive. And as we come to the end of this gentle journey together, I want to leave you with one simple truth: the feeling of youth you're searching for has never truly left you. It may have been buried under stress, responsibilities, or the natural shifts of life, but it has always been there, quiet, patient, waiting. Every stretch you take, every calm breath, every nourishing choice, every moment of joy, every loving connection, every act of authenticity unwraps a little more of that inner light. You don't need to become someone younger. You don't need to go backward. You simply need to come home to yourself, softly, gently, one mindful step at a time. And when you do, you'll find a version of youth that feels deeper, wiser, and far more beautiful than anything age could ever change. If this message touched your heart, share it with someone who needs a bit of peace today. And if you'd like more moments like this, you're welcome to stay. Be real, stay radiant, and remember, you carry your inner youth with you, always.